Hi, all learners. Hope all of you are doing very good. Market as of now doing extremely fantastic, and everyone is now cheering up. The message was like if you are following this particular platform, it was very simple that in Market Breathe, we conveyed all of you that this is the place now where actually people should not be so much fearful and think of so many things negative that what will happen. See, being a retailer, if you just follow FII, DII, this news, you will get defocused. Now, things sometimes people don't want to understand whatever content, whatever things you are consuming, most of the things are meant for that you should get distracted. The point is you should be focused. When you will be you can focus when you are following only one or two things, not hundred of things. So that is why created a simple thing. One is market breadth. It will not give you buy and sell. It will convey you fear and greed. This is the time that where one can accumulate. Then see from here, no, it has gone into a greed state. That doesn't mean that you should close. It is saying you are already late. That if you are participating now, already you see what expectation we have in a market. 20 to 30% CAGR, 15 to 20% CAGR, beating inflation, performing better than 15-18% is fine. Like I'm saying that in this particular scenario, you may generate certain year, but on an average, 15-18%, 20% is very good. Like in all condition, if you can make that. So if you need to follow that, you need to follow one thing. One is you should not take a wrong entry. Wrong entry means suppose you are investing, it is different. Suppose you are trading, it is different. Why? Every day you don't buy a new plot. आपको कभी भी whatever the reason, they won't go to buy every day. You have a money and you want to buy something from a Delhi, you want to buy in Mumbai, tomorrow in Bangalore. Every day you are not doing this kind of a investment that every day you are buying, unless you are a land dealer, land related things you are dealing, then you can buy a different property in a different time horizon. Otherwise, you will be taking your investment, you will be thinking that, okay, fine, should I invest? And how you are going to invest that? You will be having your surplus money. It may be your source of income, it may be your trading, it may be anything else. Whatever your saving source from source of income, there will be some expenses, there will be your saving, and you will be doing some investment as well. So that earning may come from a various source. It may be your salary, wages, your intraday trading, swing trading, whatever it is. So those people who are in short term, if you are entering here, then it is something, no, you are doing wrong practice. You maybe you may get a 15-20%. Only thing is it is saying you that it is only many sector has rallied. That is why we kept different sector rotation, industry, how it is happening. Now, what else one need to check? If you look at in our landing page, you'll be seeing Bank Nifty weekly RSI, Nifty weekly RSI. It was there, and we have written it as neutral. That means we are still not in a grid zone. Then why to look at why you should think that okay fine, it is a fear zone, grid zone, neutral zone. Now, if you come on weekly chart of a Nifty, you will be seeing that Nifty react on a 65 recent RSI in this zone. No, generally Nifty reacts, and if it is very optimistic environment, so then it will react at a 75-80 zone. So whenever this particular thing will come on a 65 zone, it will come on a grid or cautious zone, and this is extreme greed zone where one should think of just taking, slowing, like taking their money out. Now the point is that every time some corrective thing will happen. It is not that because market in India is, we are in a developing country, and there will be a lot of negative and positive news. How index react as a trader one should must look at, because when your portfolio goes 30, 40, 50% down, you also doubt yourself being investor, that whether you have invested in a right business or not, whether those businesses will come back or not. Everyone will not have a deep sense and understanding. People do interpret a lot of companies in a way they are interpreting business analysis. Those are not a business analysis. This is giving information. Business analysis is more of a visualization, that how a good company, the promoters are good. Now how they are going to execute. They may execute, they may not execute. So it depends on your luck. You may select a good business due to non-execution also, it may, due to various factors. So, as an investor, there is no 100% assured result. Trader can trade on a news, price action, anything, a tailwind, headwind situation, short or long, whatever it is. But an investor has to keep a faith. Okay, this business I understand a power related segment, government is in favor, this company is getting order. So, lot of assumptions. And what you do evaluate, then do valuation. Most of the time, many time I use this word. What is this? Because whenever you go to purchase something in a market, so whatever other buyers are giving, the sellers will be selling at that rate. Even though you know the price can be negotiated, but if other buyers are not negotiating, then you may not get in that rate. So that is a evaluation of your understanding or intrinsic value of the business, may be 10 rupees, but buyers, most of the buyers and seller equilibrium at a 15 rupees. So you need to pay, even if you just do bargaining, you may not get at a below of that rate. So in India, most of the things are at premium because all majority liquidity come to DII. DII every thing, every month they buy, or whenever they buy at a price. No, mainly in a QIP, they do lot of wrong investment. It may sounds bad, but I have seen that where a lot of dilution already happened, growth is over, but still QIPs are going on and many mutual funds are doing it. So when people are buying it at a very high valuation, so there is always a chance of mispricing in during panic. That doesn't mean that company, either you will be paying higher price, or if any correction comes, so you need to just we will get an opportunity to buy at a 10 rupees. Otherwise, you need to pay 15 rupees. तो वैसे ही होता है मार्केट में. You won't get in India anything at a reasonable valuation. So that is why you need to wait for such correction. So that is an opportunity to create a massive thing. If you look at 40, 50, 100% alpha generated, many stock has corrected. If you look at a quality power, came at a 596, now from 1x 1200, 1260 in this entire rally. But people were having a lot of doubt that what is going to happen, uh, prices falling, so many things. People will be having the certain doubt during corrective times. But if you stay patient, no, whenever you select a business, like you bought a land at a Chandigarh or Mumbai or somewhere in a rural area, and now you'll be waiting. You will be as a like as an investor, you'll be waiting for a price appreciation. There is something you have visualized which other has not. When you buy a land somewhere in a rural area, you expect a high road, you expect some development. That is why same way you are not sure. Same way you are expecting that elect power generation, all these things will be happening. Now say that the government change, the entire rules change, new government comes and they won't apply anything. So in entire thesis will go wrong. You need to be flexible the how it is happening, and you need to rely on your gut feeling, luck, Now people will be saying what you are talking about gut feeling. Where is gut feeling? There is no gut feeling. There is a science. See, in practical life, if you go on any company visit, really, if you are working somewhere, if being in a field, no, I know that how people hide their sales. The book sales is different. They are showing some different sales. Their business is completely different. They are projecting it in a different way. They are having a lot of unsecured loan out of the book. So those things will not come pop up to you. You won't be able to because you don't have all those documents. You need to rely on a promoter's integrity. You need to rely on a cash flow. Why I'm coming on all these things? Because s- don't get carried away always. Being a retail person, you should understand that exactly who you are. Are you an investor? Becoming an investor, it will take you lot of time, lot of doubts will come. You'll be thinking that you bought something in a wrong phase, why you have not bought. So you should have certain capital where you can see. Being an investor, no more of a, it's a character that you want to see the end, whatever it is. Whether it is 30%, 40%, you won't ask anyone, where is my stop loss? I'm not saying who is right, who is wrong. The mindset. A trader will be always looking at multiple opportunities. And India, there is multiple opportunities. As long as you are not in that phase of being investor, if you identify summer, if you identify some winter festival, pre-budget, or XYZ, some sector tailwind or headwind, whatever it is, you will be getting a multiple opportunity in a particular year where you can create a massive alpha. School time, pen, books, and many things will, those businesses will go. The point is, are you aware of this? Are you doing a random decision on a particular day? It should not be like that. You should take your decision. You should plan a festival theme. Okay, these are the stocks are there. Power stock. These are the things. So you should, ahead of others, you should look at. That is why we created a custom index. We will be creating some thematic investment businesses for a festival, for a summer. So you can correlate certain things and you can take certain decision at your ease. Now, mm, another point I just want to mention that this is the reason if you just carefully look, RSI react in a certain way. Being a trader, investor, whoever you are, I know that some horizon is different. Being an investor also, some may be doing for a 1 year. If you have seen a excellent rally last 2 3 years, there is a pause in between for last 2 years. You don't want to stay in that market. So you'll see that no price already reached at a point. From there it came down. Price is always reacting in a certain price, certain zone. Now, if it comes on a this zone, no, now this time it is a extreme fear. Last time during COVID, RSI came near 20 level. So here also it breached the RSI, and from there it has reversed straight. And we have seen. Now that is why most of the stock has rallied, but you'll have to at the same time be cautious at a 65 level. The first hurdle things will face, it's a cautious signal will come in our thing. And if it reach, then it is an extreme greed. So one should be little this like this they should think of that what should I do? Because that time no already P expansion has happened, everyone is good mood, everyone together cannot make money. Now trader should look at a market breadth. The person who are trailing, they should always look at a neutral, whether it is in a neutral, whether you are coming in our application, whether you are looking at trading view, doesn't matter. We are giving in this particular. Now you can complicate things. You may look what FII doing, what DII is doing. Why as a As a market participant, you need all these things. What FIIs are doing, what DIIs are doing. There is only one thing, price action. There is only one thing, valuation. Evaluate, do a valuation, understand equilibrium, invest or trade where everything looks very odd. Think about when margin of safety is at a very, your risk is very low. Now, if you say, giving an example of a stock home infra. Now, so now look at the company, everyone is cheering. Government did what? Government stopped all the water related projects. Earning has gone down. That is why price has also gone down. If government is continuously giving projects, it will be moving up. So now, as a just think of as a value investor or a right like a smart investor, there where is a exact point no where your risk is very low. Forget about anything. So here is some valuation came in this particular valuation level. Last multiple time this business came in a 100 level. Multiple time. If you look at here, at almost in that zone, it is hovering. Now here, your whether you look at anything, look at a valuation. You don't need to look at because no, all big investor will be thinking from a margin of safety point of view. How much I can lose because they accepted they are nothing. You are considering that my analysis is everything. You need to only understand, even if you buy a good business at a bad price, you may end up looking at a 30-40%. And it happens many times with us even. So what we need to do, no, we need to realize certain things that आप जहाँ पे खरीदते हो वहां से स्टॉक अगर नीचे आ रहा है, आपने बहुत लेट में एंट्री लेते हो, वहां से वो नीचे आता है, ठीक है चलो यहाँ से आ गया. So if you are not an investor, you should take a strict stop loss and move out because you should be with the business which are having a momentum in demand. आपको उसी शॉप में जाना है जहाँ पे पानी पूरी बिक रहा है, तो तभी जाके अच्छा पानी पूरी मिलेगा. यस. वैसे ही जब आपको कहीं लैंड खरीदना है तो आप जाके मुंबई में जाके खुद लैंड या बिल्डिंग नहीं बाई करने जाओगे ऐसा कि आपको आगे जाके सेल करना है या कुछ करना है. देन इट इज डिफरेंट. इफ यू वांट टू मेक एज अ ट्रेडर कि आज मैंने खरीदा कल बेच दिया फिर से खरीदा. अगर आपको एक बहुत बड़ा एप्रिसिएशन चाहिए, छोटा हो, आपके पास 5-10 करोड़ रुपया नहीं है, तो आप एक जगह पे 2-4 लाख रुपया जमीन वहीं पे खरीदने की कोशिश करोगे जहां पे डिमांड आ सकता है. ठीक है, जहां पे चांसेस बहुत कम है. तो हर एक इन्वेस्टर हो, ट्रेडर हो, कुछ भी हो जाए, एक ट्रेडर को डिमांड को देखना चाहिए बट यहाँ पे जाके लेना नहीं चाहिए. 220 में निकल जाना चाहिए. जब वापस आ रहा है, इफ यू फील दैट ओके नो फाइन इट इज नॉट वर्किंग, द मे बी समथिंग इज देयर इन प्राइस एक्शन, इट इज नॉट वर्किंग, दैट मीन्स गवर्नमेंट इज रिड्यूसिंग देयर budget allocation last time. Just come out, don't fight. And again, if you buy over here, no, you'll be maybe seeing again at this level because it all about no valuation and value appreciation. जो खराब होना था वो हो गया है. So my point is not about this stock. You consider your all mistakes. You'll be seeing no, you are buying somewhere. I'll let me just share a Janus power example as well. Here, the extreme ugly situation, 224. But here, if you see, no, that the way people has learned to take stop loss is very wrong. कि 5% नीचे गिर गया तो ले लेना, 10% गिर गया तो ले लेना, वैसे नहीं होता है. आपको देखना होगा कहाँ पे सबका फंसा है पैसा. कौन सा जगह पे सबने लिया था, कहाँ से ऊपर गया था, उसी जगह पे आपका स्टॉप लॉस होता है। अभी आप कैसे एलोकेशन करोगे, कौन सा आपका पैसा 5% होगा, वो आपको डिसाइड करना है कि मैं इधर में लेके इधर आने के बाद मेरा पोर्टफोलियो का 5% गिरना चाहिए, 5 शेयर लेना चाहिए, तो आप 5 लो। हो सकता है वो 40% नीचे आ जाए, बट वो उससे आपका पोर्टफोलियो का 5% का जो भी है, मतलब थोड़ा बहुत नुकसान होगा अगर आप 5 स्टॉक लोगे तो। इज इट नॉट? तो आपको कौन सा पैसा में आप कितना नुकसान कर रहे हो ना, वो 40-50% कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है। 1%, 10%, 2% आप ऐसे करके ट्रेड कर सकते हो और बोल सकते हो कि मैं बहुत अच्छा ट्रेड कर रहा हूँ ट्रेड में। और वो बहुत अच्छा तरीका है किसी को ट्रेडर बनाने के लिए कि भाई ऐसे ऐसे करो। तो मैं आपको बोलूंगा, तो स्ट्रिक्ट डिसिप्लिन में, आई एम नॉट सेइंग you don't have to follow stop loss, you'll have to follow stop loss, but I'm talking about more of a where we should take entry. Two ways of taking entry: either you take where you have a less risk, everyone in fear, you will be getting money back. Another thing is, take your stop loss if it comes below of this price. No, there is a lot of interest. If it comes below, take your position accordingly. Risk your 1%, 2%, 4%, 5%. Don't take your everything over there. And now where one should take when things are in demand. डिमांड में था ऊपर गया था, डिमांड में था ऊपर गया था, तो आपको वो वॉल्यूम में भी दिख जाएगा, प्राइस एक्शन में भी दिख जाएगा। तो जब सारे चीज आपका वॉल्यूम में और प्राइस एक्शन में दिख रहा है, ऐसा पॉइंट में लेने की कोशिश करो कि जहां पे वो 30-40% नहीं भागा है, वो 5-10% के रेंज में फंसा है, 15-20% के रेंज में फंसा है, एक बार वो चलना स्टार्ट करे तो उसके साथ आप चलो जितना मैक्सिमम, बट डोंट चेज हियर एंड टेक योर स्टॉप लॉस हियर। मतलब ये गलत जगह पे आपका एंट्री हो गया, गलत जगह पे यू आर टेकिंग एन एग्जिट बाय फॉलोइंग समबडी। So don't do that. Try to understand whenever you look at a chart. Why to look at chart? Chart is giving a valuation also. Here is a market cap to sales. Everything is reasonable. That is why it is taking support. Valuation is reasonable. That is why it is forming a chart. Valuation is unreasonable. There may be a dilution. That is why it's coming down every time. And people are finding that, okay, fine, this much valuation I should give to this particular company. They're comfortable. Where people are comfortable, majority equilibrium is coming. That is the point where one should take their position. कोई भी चार्ट ओपन करके वैसे करके अगर देखोगे ना, आप देखोगे आप हर टाइम गलत जगह पे लेते हो, वो नीचे चला जाता है। ठीक है, वो नीचे चला जाता है। इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टर यू विल बी बाइंग ओवर हियर ऑल्सो। इफ यू आर अ ट्रेडर, देन यू आर, इट इज योर मिस्टेक। इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग कि नहीं, मुझे ना लगता है कि ये बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी बन सकता है, मुझे यहाँ पे लिया तो क्या हुआ, नीचे गया, यहाँ पे भी मुझे लेना चाहिए। गोल्ड अगर कभी 90,000 में आ जाए, आप लेना पसंद करोगे ना कि स्टॉप लॉस लेना? तो थिंक इन दैट वे, आर यू एन इन्वेस्टर और आर यू अ ट्रेडर, डिफरेंशिएट इट। सो till now whatever we have discussed, one is why we have given RSI weekly, how to look at a market breadth। तो आपको मार्केट ब्रीथ को कब यूज करना है? ग्रिड में बहुत चला गया है, हम लोग लेट हैं, सिलेक्टिव सेक्टर को हम लोग को करना है, देखना है। वो कैसे करेंगे, दैट ऑल्सो आई कन्वे यू। एंड नाउ whether the breath has gone on a grid zone, but still there is RSI is saying, the environment is saying it is still neutral. Now if you come on a, we have given a sector, and we have given most simplest way कि आप क्लास में जाते हो, क्लास में एक बच्चे का स्कोर होता है, ठीक है, वैसे वी हैव गिवन अ स्कोर कि कौन सा सेक्टर का स्कोर क्या है। 5 दिन का स्कोर दिया है कि भाई आपने अगर 5 दिन आप कोई एग्जाम दे रहे हो, उसमें आपके सबसे हाईएस्ट स्कोर किया है 42। अच्छा, 22 दिन में इसका जो स्कोर हुआ है वो हुआ है 25.94। परसेंटेज चेंज आप जाके देखोगे, अच्छा 1.48% का चेंज हुआ है। तो इसमें 217 स्टॉक आपका पॉजिटिव में है। परसेंटेज अभी आप देखोगे 22 डे एवरेज पी था 26। तो पी अभी ना बहुत चल चुका है ऑलमोस्ट। 10-15% इंटर माइक्रो कैप इंडेक्स हैज गॉन अप। जो एवरेज 22 दिन का पीई था, मार्केट जो नीचे गया था, उससे तो आप काफी ऊपर ले रहे हो। तो 5 दिन का स्कोर आपको मिल रहा है, 22 दिन का स्कोर मिल रहा है, स्कोर से आप कंपैरिजन कर सकते हो, आप जा सकते हो कि कितना उसमें मूव हुआ है। दैट ऑल्सो यू कैन कंपेयर कि नहीं अभी ना लास्ट इतने दिनों में, 22 दिनों में इसका 10% का चेंज हुआ है पूरा सेक्टर में। तो उसमें आप जाके 50 स्टॉक देख सकते हो। 50 स्टॉक में आप ये देख सकते हो कि अच्छा इसमें भी ना स्कोर हम लोगों ने दिया है 5 डे एंड 22 डे स्कोर। लार्सन ऑन टूब्रो में आपको सारे स्कोर मिल रहा है कि 23.75। अभी लास्ट 22 डेज में ये 19% ऑलरेडी चल चुका है। तो आप अगर, मैंने जो बोला आपको चार्ट में वैसे ही आपको ढूंढना है जो स्टॉक ज्यादा नहीं चला है, जहां पे आपका पैसा बहुत आ रहा है। आप अगर देखोगे विप्रो में काफी पैसा आ रहा है, वॉट एवर द रीजन, इट मे बी बाय बैक, इट मे बी समथिंग एल्स, अदानी पोर्ट, जियो फिनेंस, ये सारे बिजनेस में पैसा आ रहा है और आपका 22 दिन में चेंज बहुत कुछ नहीं हुआ है। इसी तरीके से चाहे आप माइक्रो कैप को देख सकते हो, चाहे आप कोई इंडेक्स का भी देख सकते हो। आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जाम्पल कि आप ऐसे करके, लाइक इफ यू गो एंड क्लिक कि निफ्टी 500 में मुझे देखना है, निफ्टी 500 में 5 दिन का स्कोर में सबसे टॉप में कौन है, मतलब ये सारे स्टॉक अच्छे कर रहे हैं। तो इसमें ना 22 दिन में 24% का मूव आ गया है। मुझे ना 5 दिन में जो सबसे कम वाला स्टॉक है, और ये सारे स्टॉक कैसे हम लोग ढूंढेंगे और कैसे मिलेगा। सो इट विल गिव यू ओवरऑल पिक्चर कि हाउ यू कैन, आप 5 दिन के अमाउंट में ना और 22 दिन के अमाउंट में देखो अंतर क्या है। शिपिंग कॉर्पोरेशन में लगातार पैसा आ रहा था, और पैसा आ रहा था, डिलीवरी आ रहा था, आपको और भी कनेक्ट करना है कि व्हाई द मनी इज फ्लोइंग, देयर मस्ट बी अ रीजन। मेरे टाइम में टैक्स रिलेटेड लॉट ऑफ रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग हैज हैपेंड लास्ट ईयर, उसका इफेक्ट अभी आ रहा है। तो उसके लिए पैसा जो भी है, मतलब वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग लॉट ऑफ टैक्स बेनिफिट अगर मिलेगा, सो ह्यूज अर्निंग, आपका रिलीफ मिलेगा ये सारे कंपनी को। सो इट विल बी गिविंग अ हाई ईपीएस, हाई ईपीएस मीन्स हायर वैल्यूएशन। जो आपके लिए पैसा लेके आएगा एज अ शेयर होल्डर, हम लोग को ईपीएस ही मिलता है ना। क्या अर्निंग पर शेयर, हम लोग एक एक शेयर में कितना अर्न कर रहे हैं। तो अगर 4 रुपये से मुझे 6 रुपया मिले, तो मैं उसको तो, आप अगर कोई अच्छा गाना गा रहा है तो उसको तो वाह वाह बोलोगे ना। वैसे ही आपका कोई अगर अर्निंग पर शेयर आपको ज्यादा लेके आ रहा है, दे शुड गेट अ हायर वैल्यूएशन। नाउ मिंदा कॉर्प में आप देखो कुछ तो हो रहा है, 3-4% में खड़ा है। नाउ यू गो एंड रीड कि ये 20 EMA के आसपास भी है। अच्छा आरएसआई भी रिजनेबल है, 54 के आसपास है। सो एक्सट्रीम आरएसआई भी आपको दिख रहा है सामने। ईच एंड एवरी पॉइंट वी हैव कवर्ड कि रेलटेल में भी पैसा आ रहा है, रेलटेल 16% चला गया है, नवा, जीएमडीसी। यू विल बी गेटिंग लॉट ऑफ इनसाइट इफ यू आर अ पर्सन नो हु वांट्स टू फाइंड आउट अ गुड बिजनेस, कि नहीं मुझे ना इसका देखना है कि मैं क्या, इसी जगह पे देखना है, या आपको ट्रेडिंग व्यू में जाके देखो। नाउ वंस यू कम ऑन दिस, कम ऑन टेक्निकल। अच्छा ये ना चल चुका है, ये पर्टिकुलर जगह पे सब लोग फंसे हुए थे, ठीक है। अभी ये पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक तो चल चुका है, लेट्स सी मिंदा कॉप को क्या। हाँ इट लुक्स गुड, सो समवेयर पीपल बॉट ओवर ईयर, अभी इसी जगह पे है, अच्छा खासा डिलीवरी आपका जा रहा है। और ये स्टॉक आपका 5 दिन में, 22 दिन में कुछ ज्यादा मूव नहीं किया है, और अच्छा खासा डिलीवरी वॉल्यूम भी है, और 20 DMA के 3% ऊपर है। आरएसआई ऑल्सो ट्रेंडिंग है, आरएसआई इंप्रूव हो रहा है, 22 दिन का रेंज इतना है। और पैसा भी अच्छा खासा आ रहा है, जहां पे 7-8 करोड़ 5 करोड़ आ रहा था, वहां पे 60 करोड़ किसी ने पैसा डाला है। सो दोज आर द थिंग वन हैज टू लुक एट व्हेन यू आर सिलेक्टिंग योर बिजनेस। नाउ दीज ऑल आर टेक्निकल डॉट्स यू हैव कनेक्टेड कि भाई ये सब तो है, सब जगह पे, मतलब मार्जिन ऑफ सेफ्टी है। अगेन आई एम सेइंग ऑल ऑफ यू, दिस इज नॉट अ promotion, of any particular stock. Just purpose is to make you understand. Now point is that go and check first filing कि भाई मिंदा कॉप में ना जनरल अपडेट कुछ आया है. Let me open and check that what came. So what joint venture agreement signed between Spark Minda Green Mobility System Private Limited, Minda Corp, Unit UK is nearby submitted pursuant the say joint venture agreement. So these are some JV has happened. Axial flux motors, palm for thermal application and other customized controller tailored primarily for India's growing EV segment. So it is very, I think, important news to think of. Is it not? So once you get such information, once you connect other dots, now you need to evaluate. Are you buying something which is at a right valuation? Now come on this. Return on asset, it is decreasing. That is why prices also came down. Return on equity also flat as of now. Now return on capital employed also 13%. Now look at market cap to sales. It is also 2.2. It is generally at a same level. And there is some new JV is going on. And last 3-4 years it has gone up to 14 and now it is at a 13. Inventory days is reasonable. Reserve is growing. 2000 crore of reserve. Borrowing is also going up. Fixed asset they have added last 3 years. So all these things, once you evaluate it, my purpose is to convey you. Once you find that, okay, fine, there is a equilibrium. I feel that there is less risk and more reward, and market is going to give some valuation to this particular business. Now it is up to you to decide whether you want to invest in business, trade in this business. We have given a score also. You'll be able to see stock score 177 5 day score, 54 22 day score. So in this way you can select a sector, and from sector you can come up with a stock in a anywhere. End of the day, whenever you look at a business which are having a high score, look at sector which has already moved and or which has already under consolidation. If anything is under consolidation, look at those businesses. That okay, fine, these are the businesses which are at a consolidation. Let me go and check whether I should be thinking about buying that businesses or not. Once it is done, or once your whole connecting dots, like I mean the corp, they have done a JV. JV is helping, is going to help Indian EV sector related things they have announced. So all these things are positive news, and that is why money flow is also coming. People may be thinking, okay, no, I should give a little bit more valuation to this. Now you need to go and understand that what kind of a revenue they are going to generate. So all this thing will come on your once you start trading, no, say promoter activity, anything has happened, ball deal, anything has happened, check. Then filing, once you check, go through the con call, AI summary we have given. Key questions, if you want to ask, like you want to see that what are the questions they have asked, key questions in con calls, that is also available in our website. Everything you want to check a profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow, advance insight. In advance insight, you want to check a ratios, EPS, how it is happening last 3-4 years, cash EPS. Company क्या करता है? Company show EPS, but they have a negative cash flow. That is why cash flow from operation से कितना पैसा आ रहा है, that also we have shown in a just below of a EPS. बुक वैल्यू पर शेयर क्या है, डिविडेंड देता है नहीं देता है, सेल्स ग्रोथ हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, आपको क्या रिजनेबल लग रहा है नहीं लग रहा है. सो ऑल दिस थिंग यू विल बी गेटिंग एट अ सिंगल एडवांस इनसाइड पेज, वेयर यू कैन ड्रॉ सर्टेन थिंग्स कि नहीं मुझे लग रहा है कि यहाँ पे मेरा मार्जिन ऑफ सेफ्टी सही है एंड कंपनी इज डूइंग समथिंग गुड. सो सेम वे वी हैव मल्टीपल स्कैनर. सेक्टर एंड स्टॉक आपको थोड़ा पता चल गया है कि कैसे करना है और कैसे मार्केट एनवायरनमेंट को समझना है. फिल्टर स्टॉक को मैं कल आपको एक अच्छा सा वीडियो देके बोलूंगा कि फिल्टर स्टॉक से कैसे हम लोग स्टॉक निकाल सकते हैं। थैंक यू एवरीवन।